Okay, inside, come on.
Something on your mind?
Cool. Gian, my child, look at you. Your face has gained some new lines since the days when I tutored you. Oh, come on. Seriously. Some scars, maybe, but... I can trust no one. I don't know. I wish there was a middle ground answer in here. Karan, you speak true, but it's not your fault. You prepared me as well as you could for what lay beyond these walls. I just pray that I am prepared for what I shall find within them now that I've returned. Why? What is wrong here? Shall I tell the Watchers? The Watchers are no more use than a bundle of sticks. Please, just tell me if you have seen anything strange in the library this past while. Strange? Why, yes. That is just the word I would have used for that Coveras fellow. He was right here beside me, taking Alondo's prophecies from their place on the shelf and reading them. I could hear his voice, recognize the sear swords upon his quiet breath. But when I turned to steal a glance at him from the corner of my eye, it was the strangest thing. His eyes were closed, and he was reciting page after page, as if from memory. He heard your footsteps, it seems, and wandered off. I was just returning the prophecies to their rightful place here. It might be wise to take a look. If discover us is dangerous, though, I'm afraid I'm too old and bookish to be more than a hindrance. Forgive me, but I must leave you now, okay? Your old teacher expressed no alarm at seeing our company marching through the sanctuary of knowledge, armed to the teeth. Yet he quibbles over a man who recited an old scroll by memory. Truly, this is a peculiar library. Just be careful, farewell. Yes, this is a peculiar place, I suppose. Let's look at it. Since we've never been in here. I mean, Gian probably has been in here like 1,000 times, but... so much, so reminiscent of the name of the rose, really. Who are you? You're a reader. You know what we could do, actually? Because it would make sense if Coran had these boots, but maybe it's better if you have them, Gian, so you can go talk quicker to people. Quicker, I mean.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Hey, I remember you. Your father was Gorion, wasn't it? You should see all of the strange fellows who've come to keep these days. 3 men who work for that mercantile organization, Iron Throne, I think they called it. They've been meeting with the 2 spookiest people I've ever seen. It's like clockwork. Every day they meet on the 3rd floor to discuss who knows what kind of dastardly plots. Haha, sure, they're just boring old merchants counting their money. Yeah, in here. Sure. Let's take a look around.
These walls contain the world's
Follow me,
knowledge.
come on. Come here. I just don't want him to attack me. Theodon, well, dip me in broth and call me stewed, if it isn't a little Jihan. Why? I haven't seen you for nearly, quite some time anyway. Hello, Theodon. How have you been? I still remember you running about the keep in your little swaddling clothes, pestering the elders and spooking the cows. Ain't that right, Jessup? Surely was. Yep, of course. You never did stay in those rags of yours long. Yes, I remember, but how have you been? You'd be naked as a jaybird the moment someone turned their back on you. I remember the day that fella Blackstaff came floating in, and there you were, tearing around the outer keep with Gorion hot on your tail. Took the cloak right off his back, you did, and made yourself just the cutest little... Oh god, yes, I remember. Could we drop it, please? How have you been? Wait, I remember it all now. There was Calben Blackstaff trying his hardest to look important while you ran through the stables with his cape tied around your waist. Such a lark, eh, Jessup? I thought I'd catch my dad from laughing. I did. My enthusiasm, which I read that line. Sarcasm. Possibly became sarcasm. You and me both. Gorion was shaking like a leaf. He was so mad. Well, as fun as this has been, I should really be going by. Nobody was sure what to do, and then Calben mutters some words and catches you by the scruff of the neck with some sort of spectral hand. He hauls you out and drops you right in front of him, grabbing his filthy cape in the process. Everyone was scared, they were, weren't they, Jessup? Sure enough, scared witless. Yep, and then old Calben busts out in the biggest laugh you ever heard. Everyone in the keep was laughing like mad, except you, Gian. You just stood there naked as the day you were born, and wondering what the fuss was about. I tell you, those were the days. Yes, I think I'll be going now. Most certainly, little one. Stop by any old time, though. I've got some paintings of you as a youngster. I'm sure your little friends would love to see. Remember the one of Gian on the bearskin rug, Jessup? Or are they done? Surely do. In the buff, as usual. Cute as a bug you were. Go play with your friends now. Go on. Our prim and proper Gian on a bearskin rug. Thought I will not forget anytime soon. Ah, he's still a cutie. Farewell, Gian. That was pretty pointless.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
I'm just rather busy right now.
Our library is a man's harem.
Oh, hello, young one. I trust you're keeping out of trouble. Of course you are. Run along and play with your little friends now. Yeah, he's a sarcastic guy.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Can't talk right now. I'm studying the martial strategy of Rigard II. You know, his son Azun borrowed a great deal of his father's strategies. Yeah, don't care particularly. Come on, Gian, don't get stuck.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Oh, this is a repetition of dialogue. There's a kitchen inside here? That would be terrible for the books. Seriously. So where is the staircase exactly? Oh, here. Wow, this is a little bit tricky to find.
Our library
Hello?
is a man's harem of knowledge.
Bendalis. Hello, Gianna. It is good to see you here once again. A pity you could not have returned during a more restful time. Why? What is going on that would cause you such distress? Oh, it's nothing, I'm sure. It's just that, well, things seem a little strange around here. Those decidedly unmerchant-like merchants, for one. And some of our own monks are acting odd as well. One fellow in particular. Really? And who would that be? Well, there is this fellow named Koveras. I assume he is a visiting sage of some sort. But he seems more interested in our guests than the tomes. He makes me nervous. I think he's had the same effect on others as well. Young Shistal has been out of sorts for days now. He's not as thick-skinned as I. You remember how nervous he used to be? He's quite the opposite now. Seems like a totally different person. I worry about him. I should go. It has been nice speaking with you. They're probably trying to... I don't know.
Need something, stranger?
Copy the faces of the people around here to take control of the library. No idea. Oh, this is Coverus. I thought I might find you somewhere around here. Allow me to introduce myself. Please do. My name is Coverus. I used to work for your father, running messages to his Harper friends in Waterdeep. Before he passed on, he entrusted this ring to me and asked that I give it to you. Should evil ever befall him, will you take it? I don't know, it could be a bomb. And what evil befell him, Coverus? You were there, you saw it all, a woman, an armored figure, 2 ogres wielding clubs, and 2 archers. But Grio's petty magic was of little use against them, was it not? Yeah, you're outing yourself. And you fled with your tail between your legs, hiding amidst the trees until dawn broke. And now it comes full circle, doesn't it? The Iron Throne so close that you can almost touch them, and wreak your revenge for that night. You're right, Coverus. I was there myself, my father, and 6 others who tried to kill us. Where were you, if you know so much? If you be so void of trust, I am surprised you have made it this far. It is of little matter. Go seek your vengeance on your doom at the hand of the Iron Throne. I wash my hands of it. Okay, bye. I don't think we necessarily need him.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to ignore you like that. I'm just rather busy right now. Okay, fine. Oh, more rooms. Let's talk to you.
These walls
Oh, a priest of
contain
Ogma
the
in here.
world's knowledge.
A young man named Coverus is visiting our library. He is said to know every work of the great Alundo by heart. I would learn from his fine example if I were Eugene. Yeah, the guy just left.
The Lord of Murder shall perish.
Gian, you look distressed.
Shall spawn a score of mortal progeny.
Wow.
Chaos will be sown from their passage.
All right.
So saith the wise Alondo.
You done? Gian, you look distressed. What is it, child? There is trouble here, Chanter. You must help me. How? You're right. I have felt it too. Pray tell me how this aging frame can help you. As a Chanter, you know the history of this keep better than any other. I have grown up here. I have played with its walls, but there were many places I was never allowed to go. I am older now, and I will go where I must, but please. Are there any places in this keep of which I was never told? Oh, that's an interesting question. But what right have you to ask that, child? I'm not a child anymore, Chanter. The entire keep is in danger, even its most secret and sacred places. Please, Chanter, Gorion would have had it so. I'm growing old, and the young are not so young anymore, nor the carefree so carefree. Alaundo the Seer, the one who founded this fortress of knowledge, and whose prophecies I chant each day, is entombed deep in the bowels of this place. I tell you this, Gian, because you're right. It is time, you knew. But I beg of you, in Goraios' name, do not venture into those trapped and warded holes unless some higher power than myself bids you go. Your stepfather would never forgive me for your loss. I must go now, child. Gian, it is time to chant the Seer's prophecies as I always have.
The Lord of Murder shall perish, but in his doom he shall spawn a
Cool. We got some info.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Can talk right now. This guy.
I should have joined the army.
You picked the wrong time to come back, Gian. There's trouble hereabouts. Of what sort? Strange trouble. I don't feel comfortable in the barracks anymore. A lot of the watchers have been acting weird of late. The barracks were kinda closed. Next time I was checking in them. Next time... Brain, come on. The time I was checking in them. Or trying to enter. Repetition. So let's step... Who are these people? Let's go upstairs. Hello?
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Hello, I am the level coordinator. Is there anything I can help you with? I feel like all these priests of Ogma, like the whole monastery is dedicated to Ogma, which reminds me of Skyrim and the Ogma Infinitum that is actually a book. So are the two things correlated in some way? Maybe I've already said this. I don't remember. It's probably not spelled or written like this. Maybe it's different. Just don't remember specifically. But this guy is the level coordinator. Is there anything I can help you with? Tatoril? Could you tell me where I could find Tatoril? Tatoril is a very busy man and I don't keep track of his schedule, sorry. Okay, how about bye? Doesn't seem like you're really of any help, after all.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my class.
Repetition.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my
Repetition dialogue. Are you searching for me? Are you the same priest of Ogma? Where is Urround? You can find Urround in his apartment on the 6th floor. I wouldn't bother him there though. He doesn't like unannounced intrusions. Yeah. Who does? Rieltar. Oh, here they are. My dear ma'am, you must realize that it is manners that make the gentlewoman, so would you kindly prove that you are one by leaving? A thief does not set rules for another thief, gentleman or not. We will do what pleases us. And if you do not like it, well, here is your chance to make yet another attempt on Jian's life. All previous assailants have fallen to his hand. It would be a sad day indeed if I took some pointy-eared rogue's threats seriously. The right people can afford to be rude, but this is not you. Leave now before my irate companion Bruno's lets his temper get ahead of his reason. Wow, this dialogue was... he was talking to a woman first and foremost, and not to me, or to Gian. Then Coran answered, and then he kept going, and by the way, we were supposed to be stealthy or spying or something, but I think we are out right now. You're the leaders of the Iron Throne. We're the ones who've caused you so much trouble over the past weeks. We know what you're all about, and soon so will Duke Elton. Yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing stealthy about this, but hey. You're stupid enough to admit this? Yes, apparently I am. Well, my young friend, you may find safety within the library, but once you've left there will be no place for you to run. But can't we just fight here and get it out of our system? How about we just end all of our problems right here and now? Draw steel and let's sort everything out with the sharp of our blades. This is most distasteful. I've always known that rudeness is how the weak make themselves look strong. Even if you were to somehow beat us in battle, how would you escape the keep? Or did you think that the monks would let you go about murdering everyone within their keep? I kinda thought that, yeah. Crush them muttonheads, boys. What is actually happening? I have Nira stuck in between everybody. Great. He's transparent. Can you dispel him? Do you have any potions, Branwen? Just lying around. Does anybody have any potions? You. Can you go and kill these people again? Just 1 second. She did dispel him, so we can finish him now. Keeping track of where everybody is at a given point is a bit... Come on, let's try and kill her. Him, her. Doesn't look like people are bothered by what we are doing. Okay, guys, regroup. Let's see, chainmail +1, sell. Sell all this stuff. This is a Morningstar +1, right? Yep. There we go. Yeah, because this item is clearly weird. It's that... Sell this too. This is the weird, the potion of antidote that doesn't really work or something like that. Well, the good thing is that we killed them. But...
That was a noble deed.
What? But there is nothing on them. Territory... No. Wow, there was really nothing, not one single letter, was it? Right? Let's go upstairs.
I should have joined the army.
Gian, stay where you are. I do not wish to harm you, but you must come with me. You are to be questioned regarding the murder of the Iron Throne leaders. They were apparently killed not an hour ago, and an item of yours was found with the bodies. Please, you will get a fair trial if you come quietly. I will use force if I must. Okay. Alright, I surrender. Take me to Uront or Cesaril, so I can prove my innocence. I'm glad to hear that. I did not wish to harm you. I am sure this mess will be cleared up soon. Let's see what happens. Well, technically, they also attacked us, kind of. Uront, yeah. So, Gian, you have sullied your father's name by defiling his home and bringing ruin to a peace that has lasted for centuries. I spit on you and all of your friends. Your transgressions will be punished in the most severe form. I formally accuse you of the murders of Brunos, Kostak, and Rieltar Anchev. Gian did not betray his father's memory. You are blinded by Servok's intrigues, Sage. But they attacked me, technically. Because I provoked them, but they went all the way out. But I have done nothing wrong. Why have you accused me of such a thing? You were seen fleeing the site of the murder by the guest known as Coveras. Of course, from everything we have seen and found, it is not hard to figure what your purpose was. From what I've been told, you have been trying to place all the misfortune of the Sword Coast squarely on the shoulders of the Iron Throne. I assume you and your friends are assassins in the employ of Amn. Perhaps you were sent up north to create discord in the region before an Amnian invasion. It matters little. You and your friends are to be sent to Baldur's Gate, where an appropriate punishment will be administered. We have a guy that's waiting for us there. Wow, I didn't finish exploring the libraries. Maybe I've taken the wrong course of action, but... Hello, young one. I'm sorry to see... This is Tetori. I'm sorry to see thee in such terrible circumstances. I know thee well enough to see that you have been falsely accused. Tomorrow Uront will most likely sentence thee to be sent to Baldur's Gate. There thou wouldst receive the death penalty for these actions. I know that Gorion would not want to see his only child killed a scant few weeks after his own death. What? I mean, all of this has been just a few weeks? Well, good. After his own death, this is as a favor to his memory that I will help thee escape. Make thy way through the catacombs beneath the library, but disturb them not. I have your possessions with me. You must take them and go with haste. Do you know anyone by the name of Coveras? I know of no one named Coveras, but Coveras is the reverse of Sarevok, a young man who accompanied the leaders of the Iron Throne when they first came. I know not where he has gone. Okay. It is now time for you to go, Gian. I can teleport you to the secret room that leads to the catacombs, but from there you are on your own. You must be careful within the catacombs, as there are many guardians and traps, and perhaps whoever planned these murders, but I did. However dangerous the catacombs may be, they are a safer alternative to Uront's wrath. Why can't you teleport us outside of Candlekeep? Candlekeep is protected by powerful runes that seal it from divinatory and alteration magics. If I were to teleport you outside of Candlekeep, you would be ripped asunder when you came in contact with the protective field. Trust me, child, this is the only way. Okay, this is going to be fun. It's gonna be like a giant labyrinth, like in the Name of the Rose, for real. So, let's read this letter from Gorion. Hello, Gian. If you are reading this, it means I have met an untimely death. I would tell you not to grieve for me, but I feel much better thinking that you would. There are things I must tell you in this letter that I might have told you before. However, if my death came too soon, then I would have never been given the chance. First off, I am not your biological father. Okay, for that distinction lies with an entity known as Baal. For that distinction? You mean that the father is Baal? For that distinction lies with an entity known as Baal. The Baal that I speak of is the one you know of as a divinity. Okay. Okay, so I think that what I thought about... Oh no. So... Oh no. Remember when I desired... When I had this desire for Gian to be possessed. This is not possession then. It's demigodness. Okay. In the crisis known as the Time of Troubles, when the gods worked Pharaon, Baal was also forced into a mortal shell. He was somehow forewarned of the death that awaited him during this time. For reason unknown to me, he sought out women of every race and forced himself upon them. Yeah, this I kinda imagined. Your mother was one of those women, and as you know, she died in childbirth. I had been her friend and on occasion lover. Okay, that's sad. I felt obligated to raise you as my own. I've always thought of you as my child, and I hope you still think of me as your father. You are a special child. The blood of the gods runs through your veins. If you make use of our extensive library, you will find that our founder, Alondo, has many prophecies concerning the coming of the spawn of Baal. There are many who will want to use you for their own purposes. One, a man who calls himself Sarevok, is the worst danger. He has studied here at Candlekeep and thus knows a great deal about your history and who you are, Gorion. But there are other demigods around then. Not just Gian. Possibly, unless they're dead or something. Okay. Yeah, I guess I was expecting something a little bit more complicated. Like something like possession, something I could not really control, something like that. Blood is more manageable than being possessed, so it takes away the edge a little bit from the revelation, I suppose. Oh well, let's go on. Nobody has anything to say about this? Nope. This door leads back to the upper levels of the keep. From the looks of it, it is heavily warded. Luckily, Saturday teleported you past such an obstacle. Common sense dictates that you make your escape through the opposite. Yeah, thank you, game. Oh, wait a second. Is there any interesting book around here? Oh, there are spells, though. Many spells. Wow, did you have to go the way around? Oh god, this is painful. Alright, so we have tons of spells. Can I learn some? Just to learn them. We need to heal just a bit. I'm gonna keep those, you're gonna keep these. Confusion, you're gonna learn that. Monster summoning. Chromatic orb. Shadow door. What is this? By means of this spell, the wizard creates the illusions of a door. The illusion also permits the wizard to appear to step through this door and disappear. In reality, he has dart aside and can flee. I'm gonna learn this, probably not gonna use it, but it sounds like kind of a bard-ish kind of spell. You learned this. Absolutely. And this. And the rest. We'll keep it here. Are we rested? I suppose we are, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Nope, it doesn't. Oh.
I think we all deserve a pat on the back.
Can we do it here?